sis2sis. Hi, welcome back to sis2sis. Thank you for subscribing. We've had a lot more new subscribers, so thank you guys again and again for coming back. Today we're going to switch it around a bit. So in front of the camera, it's myself and Char as usual. Behind the camera today we have some younger members of our crew. So sis2sis and fam today. It's going to be a Q&A, question and answer type session. So you're going to have some readers, you'll hear their voices but you won't see them, and then we'll try and answer them in our most honest and
open way
we can. So we've told them we'll be honest. If there's something they ask and it is too we will just pass, okay?
Yeah.
So if it's a bit risque or we think it's not appropriate for our channel, we will not air. So here we go. First question, guys.
I'm going to start off easy. If you could go back in time and change one thing about your childhood, what would it be and why?
If there was one thing I could change, if I go first, it would probably be to pay attention at school. When I didn't understand things, to ask questions and don't feel like my questioning was an injustice of the teacher, that I had the right to study and to be taught, and if I thought that I was getting mistaught or the history in particular that was wrong, I could address it and ask those questions, and just really to get what I needed from the education system as opposed to just things being thrown at me.
I think I'd probably have to agree. I'd say it was pay more attention into school. Definitely, I wish I'd taken my education more seriously at a younger age. Not that I haven't returned to further education and sort of fulfilled certain personal goals for myself, but if I could go back to my childhood, I would most definitely take my education more seriously.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, number two, or next one, shall I say?
As the wonderful parents you lot are,
Ooh.
what has been the hardest thing about raising children?
Battling with what you guys learn that we don't teach. So literally teaching you guys, we're so fortunate that you take advice.
Yes.
It's the battle of the media, the battle of what you see on TV, what the schools, the hidden curriculum in a school, and just kind of fighting against those forces to give you the stability, the wisdom and the courage you need to go through in life. So it's kind of battling the other forces that are out there when we're trying to just do this good job.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think it would have to be the stereotypes and the narratives that are always put on our children, so to speak, teaching our children not to fill that narrative, give them what they're not expecting.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And do not fulfill the stereotypes. You don't have to be what they portray. You can actually just be yourself and be something different.
Exactly. Be unapologetically yourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Who's going next?
So, if you could live in a different country, where would you live and why?
Ooh, definitely Gambia. I'll be there tomorrow if I could. I would definitely go somewhere more rural. The opportunities are less but more. In less, I mean maybe not your sort of IT commercial type community, but there's opportunities to grow, and in that way there's more opportunities for you to live closer to nature, grow your own produce, start a business, go back to trade and the basics of building up a community. So I've heard so many great things about Gambia. If there was ever an opportunity to travel again, I don't have much hope in things moving forward now, but if there was, I would definitely visit Gambia and see what opportunities there are there.
Okay, my choice would be Ghana. I think I've never been to Ghana. I do know people from Ghana. Obviously, after doing my DNA test, my ancestral DNA test, knowing that the highest percentage within my DNA obviously came from Ghana, I have a connection. I kind of have a pull in, and with all the history and all the sort of DNA and bloodline research that I've done, something about Ghana I have a great passion about going, and I think it's for the same reasons as yourself. There are opportunities for our people out there, but it's getting back to nature, it's getting back to the basics, it's getting back to being in a place where you look around and the people who read the news and the things like that actually look like you.
I'd love to go to Jamaica, but I think Jamaica for us, I think Jamaica to holiday and to spend some time there is great in terms of actually living. I think the challenges for British people going back will definitely be a massive factor. So although the idea's there to do it, I don't think the reality would be match up.
Basically, yeah.
All right, who's next?
Me again. As a parent, how do you feel when other parents try to compare their child's success?
I think it's unnecessary. I think every child is an individual. Every child learns at their own pace. Every child individually may gear towards one subject more than another subject. I think it's good to have healthy competition. I think I said in one of our other shows, it's good to have healthy competition where you can aspire to be like, but I don't think run justly your children's success and their sort of, their results from school and things like this does the children any good. And in actual fact, even when you compare siblings against each other, like why can't you be like more like that person, whatever, you can actually build resentment between siblings, between friends, between cousins.
I think it's definitely setting expectations and aspirations, as we've said before, but actual direct competition can be detrimental. If it's a put down, it can be detrimental.
The focus should be on your own children, not what other people's children are doing, what everyone else's children are doing. Your focus, our focus is on what our children are doing.
Start with you in your home first.
Yeah.
What is the one fear you wish you overcome?
Fear overcoming. I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't see all those things I had fears of. I've kind of worked through my fears. Like, so when I was young, I know I was scared of like mini bees, ants, etc.
Still scared of the dark?
No,
just have to
I'm
check.
kind of over fear. I don't watch horror movies, but I wouldn't say that's a fear. That more troubles my soul to such a point where I don't do it. Like, I think there's certain demonic forces in certain movies, and I don't do it. It's not because I am scared, but they just stay with me for a long time, and I think it's more of a spiritual thing than actually a fear. Because there's lots of fears that I've overcome over time because I want to always smash my fears.
Anything to do with confidence or like stepping outside the box?
I think starting my own business is something that I wish I'd done when I'm younger. But in hindsight, right now, like always having little side things, that's one thing. But actually starting something that really kind of can build up a community, I've shied away from. But saying that, now in the times we're living in now, it would be difficult to sustain that anyway. So I think I've just continued to try and fill my purpose, and I will continue to do that. Fear might be just going on your first gut instinct.
Because sometimes it could be, some people have a fear of failure, some people have a fear of success. So like yourself, obviously I've started writing captions and quotes and things like that since probably April, so sort of since the lockdown. I set myself a target of how many I sort of wanted to write. But as you said, stepping outside the comfort zone or confidence, I need to assert myself more in terms of the content I want to be writing, the things I want to be writing, whether it's furthering myself with poetry, writing a book or completing a book, should I say, doing things like this. So,
but you're kind of out there now, so that's not a fear.
No, it's not fear. And I think me putting myself out there and dipping my toe in the water was overcoming that fear, basically. So it's just for me to drive myself forward now.
Who's next?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Ooh, okay.
How old will I be by then?
45.
Come on. I'll be 45.
I try not to give myself time limitations. I don't even believe in time itself, the Roman time as we know it. So I am always guided by the Most High. Amen. Give thanks for everything I have to this day, all my blessings. And I just want to continue on a journey, which means I trust in what the Most High has for me. I would love my children to have developed themselves in whichever way they see fit in 5 years from now. I would have loved to made a bigger impact in people's lives in the community. And I would like to just have been on a positive path and a positive walk, and to know myself a bit more.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. I think 5 years from now, my biggest focus on my children. So hopefully 5 years from now, in whatever time we're looking at it, I will see more growth in my children, more growth in us as sort of like a unit, where they want to be when my children are happy, or then I'm happy. So I think me pushing them forward, them then sort of taking flight in their own path and in their own journeys, is what I'm sort of looking at 5 years from now. Where are they going to be then?
Yeah, I think the current point where we're in now, I think just going backwards it is a step forward.
Yeah, definitely.
I think where we are in this world, as a society, trying not to get entrapped by all that's going on is the positive. So keep trying to move forward, but at the same time, some of the ambitions I might have had, say 10 years ago, I don't see that as a priority now. The different things are a priority. So just to keep healthy, keep getting better, keep getting wiser, read more, learn more, study more, look at the world through different eyes, be more mindful,
and make an impact with our people,
Definitely
grow communities, and just strengthen people, heal people, uplift people, and leave a legacy. And a legacy could just be being kind to people and making a difference in people's lives.
Legacy is thank you for coming on our show and being part of and providing the questions. I hope we gave you good answers. Did we give you good answers? Love, life, light, peace from Sis2sis. Take care. Bye.